Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my August TBR. So I don't really have a TBR jar. I kind of just have a TBR, like, this is supposed to be a coffee press. This is for when I move, but I just have a coffee press that I have all of the books I need to read. I have over 150 books, I think 160 books that I need to read that are physical. I've been trying to get into fantasy, so this is my fantasy shelf with a little bit of romance. This is my romance shelf, so you can see which ones I kind of gravitate towards. I'm gonna be letting my jar kind of figure out what I'm reading this month. I have less than 6 months to basically read every single book that I have, because I'm at least 15 books behind on my reading goal because I was in a reading slump. I just need to get out of it. So forcing myself to have this kind of challenge is gonna be really good. I'm gonna pick 10 books, and I know if I don't read them now, it probably won't change my goal because I still am gonna be books behind because it'll take me forever to read these, but we're gonna see. So let's get started. First book we have is These Violent Delights, and I think this is a fantasy book. Let me grab it really quick. This is what she looks like. She's really pretty. I think I got this for $1. I picked it up because it had a pretty cover. That was the only reason. There was another book like Chloe Gong that everyone kept talking about that I was like, you know what, let me just read something about her, and I just picked this up. It wasn't this book, but there's another book that people keep talking about. I'll probably put it on the screen somewhere right here if I can figure out whatever one it is. But this one is like a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. It says it stars in Shanghai 1926, and they're like rival gangs, and there are a whole bunch of people getting killed, and they're trying to figure out who's doing it so that they can take over, because if everyone dies, nothing to take over. So this is gonna be interesting, and I love Romeo and Juliet, and I just watched every retelling of Romeo and Juliet in the movies, so this is gonna be interesting to read. Next we have Saint. This is part of, I don't know if it's called the Priest series, but I call it the Priest series. I have read Priest. I'm about 50-50 on it. I think I gave like a 3.5, 4. My rating system when I read it was still being figured out, so I don't know how I feel about it now. This is one of the brothers. It's 3 brothers, I believe. I did not know this was a melodrama book. I read the back of it and I was like, who? Wait, what kind of names are these? It's about Elijah and Aiden. He tries to become a monk, and he leaves Elijah. 4 years later, he finds Elijah again. I think he obviously became a monk and was assigned to his monastery. So they meet up again. He's actually engaged or dating someone else, and things happen. I'm excited for this because everyone talks about how I think saint and sinner are better than priest, and I hope they're right. Next book. I don't know if you can see that, but it says Betwixt on it. Betwixt. Betwixt is another fantasy book. I'm telling you, they're trying to make me read all the fantasy books because that's mostly what's just in my DBR, so it's gonna happen. It says that Morgan Demichi wakes up home with blood on her fingernails. Paintings come alive under Odin Mason's violet-eyed gaze. Haunted runaway Nick St. Michael sees halos of light around people doomed to die. At a secret rave in the woods, these teenagers learn of their true origins, their uncertain intertwined destinies, riveting, unflinching, and beautiful. Three teenagers who kind of figure out that they have powers or something happened, and yeah, so I'm excited to read this because I literally, again, got this for $1 and bought it because of the cover. Shake that up again and see which one I pull out. Next we have Rapture. Rapture, I think it's part of a series, so I would have to read the first book in it. Let me grab that really quick. So Rapture, I don't know if you guys seen the movie Fallen. I don't know who's in it, but it's this, and this is the first book. These are after each other. This is like the 4th book in the series, and this is the first, so I kind of have to figure out, I think I have to read them in order because they're continuing in the same story. But Fallen is the first in the series, so I guess I'm starting the Fallen first and then work my way up to kind of like Rapture. So we're gonna see how that works out. For Fallen, they're like fated to be together, but they keep dying, or every time they meet each other they die or whatever, so that they have to do this all over again and like new lives. So I don't know, I need to rewatch the movie because I think it was so interesting, and we're gonna see how I feel because I have to read Fallen to work my way up to Rapture, and then we're gonna see how I feel about the series. Next I have The Summer I Turned Pretty. We're still technically in summer, so we're gonna read it. I have all 3 of the books, and this is the first one in the series. The funny thing is, I have watched season 2, but not season 1, and I'm waiting for season 3. I don't know why I couldn't watch season 1, but I'm waiting for season 3. If you don't know what The Summer I Turned Pretty is, it's a love triangle between two brothers and their like best friend. Every summer they meet at the brothers like beach house and kind of, you know, have fun. This summer she kind of growing into herself and loved Conrad for ages, and she's trying to figure out this summer to tell him, because she feels like, I have the confidence, I feel like I'm getting better at being who I am, and she kind of takes it with her and tries to ask out Conrad, and things happen. And I think they end up dating at the end of this book, but I don't know. I told you I went to watch season 1, so yeah. I'm gonna read this and then watch season 1 and then read the second one and watch season 2, just to see what I can see, what they missed, what they kind of got right, because a lot of people say stuff was missing in the book, something was different, and I hope she ends up with Conrad. I'm team Conrad all the way. I'm just saying, yeah, he's a little crazy, but so is she. Brother is just jealous because his brother wants somebody and he wants to take everything away from his brother. That's all I know. So I'm excited to read this one. We have Covet. Covet. Oh my gosh, she's so huge. Like, it's so huge, it's so crazy. And this is a part of a series. I don't know if you can see it up there, but it's Crave Court and Crush up there. And Covet, I think, is the 4th book. I don't know if I can read this out of order. If I can read it out of order, I'll do research. But if I can read it out of order, I'll be reading this one, because that's what I picked. If not, then I will be reading Crave, which is this one or that one. I want to make sure it's, and I think this is another fantasy. This is another fantasy, which is really crazy, but this is 680 pages, so almost a 700 page book. I am nervous. I don't know. I've never read anything over 400, maybe even 500 pages, and I'm scared. This is almost 700 pages. I have no idea what this is about. It came in a deal. I get a lot of people ask like where I get my thrifted books, sometimes for like, I get them for like $1, $5. This came in a bundle set of all 4, the first 4, for I think like $35. But if I was by itself, it would have been $7.50, I believe. But Book Off is where I get all my books from. All my thrift books. They're all pretty much new. They have nothing. People just read them and didn't like them, or moving and just kind of gave up on them. I honestly like love going there all the time because they have new stuff out all the time. And like a lot of my books are thrifted. I try not to like go to Barnes & Nobles. Try not to go to Target. Unless it's like, if it's a newer book, then I will probably go to those places. But even so, sometimes they even have newer books at Book Off too. But this is another fantasy book. I'm excited. I don't know anything about it, but we're gonna see if I can finish it, because she's, again, very, very thick. Next book we have Broken French. I've had this book in my TBR for the longest, and I'm so excited I get to read it. This is Broken French. I don't know why they have toes on the cover. No free toes on my channel, but she is a architect. Her entire life kind of implodes on her. Her friend suggests being a nanny for this rich white man, because why not, on a yacht. So she's trying to navigate that. She thought her dad was kind of just gonna be away, but her dad's gonna be on the boat with her. He just needs time away to like step off or whatever and work. I'm excited to read this. I love it. Like, it's a billionaire romance, nanny, single dad. He is a widow, so I think it's gonna be a little triggering, talking about like his dead wife, probably kid's dead wife. I seen a TikTok of a quote from this book, and I don't know if this is the right one, but I think when she was trying to date someone, or she was like picking up the daughter after they got off the boat, they kind of told her that, oh, you know, she's dating someone, she's dating my dad. And it was really funny. And she told her dad, and I think she told her dad that someone was flirting with her and she got mad. But I don't know if this was that book. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. This one I'm excited. Single dad, nanny, like getting her life together. I'm kind of excited for. Next one we have is American King, which is another series that I have to start, because why the hell not? I have so many series, it's crazy. These are the 2 books. This is the first book in the series, and this is the last book in the series. This has to do with this one. So these have to be read together. They have to be read. They're a trilogy. It's American Queen, Prince, and then King. And it's a three-way. And the three people are introduced in this book because it's her book, and then another guy is introduced, and then this is his book. I think this one, we're gonna be reading American Queen first. They have like a one-night stand with all three of them, and he has to figure out who she is so that they can, you know, be together. And it's just a continuation of the story, just to kind of finish it out, run it all out. And I'm excited to meet American Queen. This is also by Sierra Simone, which Saint is as well. And we're gonna see how we feel about this series. Next we have The People Will Be on Vacation. People Will Be on Vacation is an Emily Henry book. I have not read any Emily Henry books ever. This is gonna be the first one. It was either between this one and Beach Read, because I posted a video maybe like 2 or 3 months ago asking which one I should start. A lot of people said Beach Read and then People Will Be on Vacation and then Happy Place, but this one just came up first. I think they were friends, exes or something, and they would always go to a resort or on a vacation together. They kind of had a falling out, and then they agreed actually just to be another vacation. It's just a vacation, nothing has to happen. And then pretty sure things happen and they meet other people, get jealous, and get back together. So Henry seems like a good author. A lot of people really love her writing, and I'm excited to read it. Next we have On Rotation. I haven't tried to read this book for so long. Maybe 3 months ago I tried to read it, read to chapter 2, kind of gave up. But this is a book. She is a doctor. Her life kind of falls apart a little bit. Her boyfriend or fiance, whatever, I don't know, cheats, breaks up with her or something, and she's trying to figure out like love in the doctor world. And it just seems like it's gonna be so good, because I needed a black female main character and I don't have a lot of those books. And if you have any suggestions, please put them down below. But this is gonna be a really good book and I'm really excited. This is a shorter book. This is like 200 pages, so hopefully I can get through this really quick. But she's just very big but very skinny, you know. Last but not the least, we have Love on the Brain. You know, it's so funny. I ordered this book maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and it actually comes today. I think it's out for delivery, so I technically cheated because I didn't have this in my TBR, but this was going to be read because it's going to be here by the time I actually got to this one. I just didn't know I was going to pick it so early. I absolutely love The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, and I have Love Theoretically on the shelf right here, but for some reason I could not find Love on the Brain in Target anywhere, so I had to go and order it online. A entire like STEM Girl series is going to be so good, and I was going to read Love Theoretically, but I think the couple from the first one kind of make a cameo on the second one, so I was like, you know what, let me just read them in order so I won't miss anything, and just in case the second couple also makes a cameo in the first one. So now that I have all 10 of my books picked out, we're gonna quickly just go through the ones that I have for August. First we have Fallen. These are not the order I'm reading them, these are just the order I'm picking them up. Fallen by Lauren Kate. I didn't say the names of any of these books, but Fallen by Lauren Kate. Next we have Betwixt by Tara Brace Smith. Next we have Saint by Sierra Simone, which this one I'm really excited for. Next we have On Rotation by Shirlene Obobo. I don't know how to say Obobai. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm really sorry. Next we have These Are the Delights by Chloe Gong. I'm so excited to read this one. This is gonna be really good. I love Romeo and Juliet. Then we have Broken French by Tasha Boyd. Love a billionaire romance, so I'm excited for this one too. The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenna Han. Self-explanatory. I'm excited. Then we have Covet by Tracy Wolff. If this is not the first book that I can read, then I'll be reading Crave by Tracy Wolff, but you guys get the gist. Then we have American Queen by also Sierra Simone. Excited for this. I love her writing, so this is gonna be a blast to read. Then we have People Meet on Vacation by Miss Emily Henry, which I'm excited to start her series on. Last but not least, we will have Love on the Brain here later today, but Love on the Brain by Miss Ali Hazelwood. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm excited to read all of these books for my TBR. My August TBR is going to be good because these are books that I've been putting off for so long, and I was like, you know what, just don't think. I'm usually a mood reader, so I never kind of pick up. If I don't like it, I put it down and read something else. Like, that's my problem. I don't read a book all the way through, and then the books I don't read all the way through I always figure out, like, ended up loving. But I'm excited to read all of these books. 10 books. Hopefully I can get my Goodreads reading go very, very down, and probably read more than 10 books. So this is gonna be a really good month. month. I also start school, so I don't know how many books I'm gonna be reading while I start school either, so I have to just get as many done as I can now. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.